Will, what a day, just sum up your emotions.
So surreal. I've been waiting for the opportunity for so long. I've been at the club since I was 5 years old, so I've come all the way through, and it's just, I can't even explain. Obviously, to get the goal as well, words can't describe it really.
I bet you couldn't have dreamt it to have gone any better there, really.
No, obviously I found out I was starting yesterday, and obviously we travelled down yesterday and stayed over, and to be fair, I wasn't that nervous really, but then obviously coming to the stadium it sort of gets real and you get them butterflies, but I think I took the opportunity well, and then hopefully I can kick on from here and see what happens next season.
Any pre-match thoughts? How high up was a goal on that agenda?
I didn't even cross my mind. All I was thinking about was keeping the clean sheet and doing my best for the team, but obviously to get the goal, it's icing on the cake really. It was a great finish as well, to be fair, wasn't it?
Exactly. I mean, you took it like a seasoned striker. I mean, was it just concentrating on making sure you got a clean connection on the ball?
Yeah, to be honest, the first corner got sort of blocked, and then it was up and around me, and I was just trying to sort of hook it back in, and then hopefully someone gets on the end of it, but obviously it's gone in. So yeah, the lads are great as well, supporting me and getting around me. It was unbelievable.
You're obviously a big Stoke City fan, and I know your family are a big Stoke City fan, so I suppose that's the only disappointment, that they aren't here to share that moment with you.
Yeah, obviously we don't have fans in, but all my family, friends will watch the game, so it's just, I can't describe it really, it's just unbelievable.
It must be extra special that it's been part of a great performance and a great win.
Yeah, obviously to keep the clean sheet as well, and then obviously Bournemouth got the playoffs, so it's obviously not their confidence really. It's obviously the icing on the cake, but I thought the lads were brilliant really. Thought they created hardly anything, and then we probably could have scored a few more goals.
How much did the likes of Danny Bart and Johnny B. McKell help you through the game?
Oh, massively. The experience that they have, obviously John's played at the top level, and then to have Danny next to me, always talking to me, telling me to check my shoulders, open up, it's just a massive help really.
As pleased as you are to get a goal, I suppose you take as much satisfaction from the fact that you kept a clean sheet.
Yeah, obviously that's the first thing a defender thinks about. Like, obviously you don't think about scoring, but to keep the clean sheet, I thought we defended very well as a team really. The shape we were in, like we were banked up, I thought it was good. They limited them to nothing really. So yeah, it was a great performance.
Until recently you've been out injured. Has it maybe been a bit frustrating, maybe seeing some of your fellow under-23s players get an opportunity and you finally get one now?
It sort of is and it isn't, because obviously I want the boys to do well as much as me, so obviously when I've seen them coming on, I'm buzzing for them. But sort of is frustrating knowing you're injured and you could have been there. But obviously everyone's on a different path, so obviously I've got my chance today, and then hopefully I can kick on.
Given how this season's ended for yourself, I bet you can't wait for next season now.
Yeah, literally. I've still obviously got the playoffs to look forward to with the 23s, and hopefully we get promoted, which I think we deserve, and then obviously enjoy some time off and then kick on next season.
I've spoken previously that maybe some of the under-23 players may need to go out on loan next season, but do you feel off the back of today in particular that you're ready to fight for a first team spot next season?
I feel like I need a loan. Obviously my plan was to go on loan this season, but obviously that didn't happen, so I've been in and around it all season and just waiting for my chance, and obviously I'm grateful for the gaffer to give me the chance, and then who knows, we'll see next season.
Michael, you may have been stretched in terms of numbers and come up against a strong Bournemouth team, but what a performance from your team today.
Yeah, they're brilliant. Most important thing was that we had the right attitude to the game, which what we wanted. I don't think our attitude's been a problem at all this season. We've in any of the games, but today I think the desire to win the game was brilliant, considering there wasn't anything at stake for us other than our pride and getting to another clean sheet, which is another bonus. I think that was 60 points we're on now. So all of those were little incentives, but ultimately the main thing was we were really down at the bare bones with Harry and Stephen Fletcher and Powell not making it as well, and on top of the other injuries that we have, we've over maybe a whole team out, 11 or 12 players out. But what we saw today from the boys on the pitch was brilliant. I thought a lot of younger players. Will Forrester come in, had a great debut. Again, I thought Matondo was terrific. Brown terrific up front, and the midfield three were brilliant. McHale was brilliant, and Sam Clucas as well.
You look so solid, and you put two halves of football together, didn't you?
Something we've not done well enough this season. We spoke about it. We spoke with the players on Thursday. I think at one point, I think over the season as a first half team we're 7th in the league. But as a second half team we're as low as 18th. So that tells us where we need to improve. You always look at that from a physical point of view, and I just think mainly when we look at games, we haven't been able to capitalise when we've been on top, and the game becomes a little bit difficult for us, and that's where we have to improve. When we're dominant, we have to score. Today we scored obviously at a good period in the game for us, and then we scored after half time at the right time, and then you get to play with a little bit more freedom, a little bit more confidence, but most importantly you'll go and work that just extra tiny bit that you need to get the result.
With so many young players out on the pitch today, how important was it those experienced players stepped up and helped them through it?
Brilliant. You look at the back three, like the two 20-year-olds and Danny Batt, and then obviously Josh Timon, 21, and then the front two are 20 and 21 I think as well, so terrific in terms of the age of the team. Even Thompson, like Jordan, people forget Jordan's only 23, 24. This is his first full season in this league, and again a really good performance from him as well.
James Jacob Brown and Robbie Matondo, they give you a real outlet, don't they?
They do. If you're going to play as we played today, a little bit deeper, playing the counter attack and play with a back five, and you need your midfield to be very disciplined, but what you need is an outball, and they both gave us that today. I mean, Robbie was electric. If you look at the chance in this first half as well, which Jacob's unlucky, brilliant defended by Cam Carter-Vickers, but I mean it's a red card on Robbie in the second half as well. The referee's not brave enough to give it, and but that's what he gives you. We knew we were signing a player with electric pace. Unfortunately, I think he was a little bit out of sorts when he came, maybe carrying a little bit of an injury, but he's shown in the last 3 games what he's about, and has been a breath of fresh air, I think, in the last few weeks.
Has he maybe given you food for thought going into the summer transfer window?
He will do. We won't be able to buy him, but if the option was there to take him back, I think that's something we'd look at. Pace like that is, it's hard to find, and what he did today, and I quite liked him playing through the middle as well. And that's something that we'll have to look at. But yeah, he's really grown on me in the last couple of weeks.
What a day for Will Forrester, not only to score but his overall performance.
Yeah, really good. Will's one that been a little bit stop-start from this year in terms of his injuries at times. We haven't got to see him enough for the first team squad, and obviously we've got young centre backs in the team as it is, but great. I think the goal's brilliant for him because it gives him belief and confidence, and then but he defended really, really well today. He defended like a more experienced player, used the ball well as well, and great, delighted for him.
How do you reflect on this season?
Yeah, look, I kind of mixed feelings. I think, when we look at the second half of the season, we're disappointed, obviously, from the position we were in after 23 games to drop down and not be closer to a top 6 position. There are reasons for that. It's not an excuse, but the injuries we've had to deal with have been horrific. We've 13 players out today, for example. And then, I think we've got to look at the games, we go through the games, and there was a lot of games I felt where we played well in a lot of those games, but we just didn't do enough to get ahead in the game. We didn't exert our dominance, but there's real belief in the group. They're believing in how they're playing. I think we have a better style of play than we had last season. Last season we were just trying to survive. Now we have a much better style of play. We have a better dressing room, and we just got to continue to add to that, and as I say, we'll be ready for the start of next season.